Good morning, shop owners. How are you? Hopefully you have a great day. I want to share something very important with you of how you can compete going forward, things that you can do that'll stand out. Let me share my screen with you and we'll go ahead and talk about this. Let me just get this moved over. Okay. So when you look out there at some of the best shop owners around and you say, what are they doing? What are they, making or standing out? How are they standing out? How are they making a difference? Um, Most shop owners that are doing well today understand that marketing is different. Marketing today is about communication. It's about education. It's not about gimmicks. It's about resonating and making the connection. It's about not getting people in for once for a gimmick, but getting them in over and over again because of loyalty, because they believe in what you're doing. So we're going to talk today a little bit about how to continue that. So smart marketers know that sometimes you think, well, I've got social media, I've got some digital ads out there, I've got a sign on the street, and you think that's your marketing. That's not. Those are just vehicles to get the word out. And whether or not they're in front of the right people, that's something you have to worry about and have to come back to. Your true marketing, what you're doing, is your passion, your attitude, and the emotion you share to make a connection. And I'll show you why that's important right now. Is right now with all the competing shops out there, which path are you going to take in your marketing to stand out? How are you going to be different than everybody else? Are you going to be the same as? You're going to be a me too? You're going to be, almost as good as, or are you going to stand out? And here are the three things you need to express. Is first you have to express your understanding of your pain points. That's where the true empathy comes out, where you understand what your clients are going through. They need to feel that and see that. Next is your credibility piece, the ability to accomplish and delivering what the client needs. So that goes with your history, it goes with testimonials, goes with the things that people have said about you, that type of thing. The most important one, though, is your contagious attitude. That's where people feel your passion for what you do. They feel what your company is doing. They feel the efforts and that you love what you're doing, that you enjoy serving them, you enjoy helping them. And that's where the loyalty comes from, is when people feel good about that. So more often than not, we worry about the advertising we're sending out to the general public. And I'm telling you, almost more important than that is the message that you communicate to those people that refer you, to your employees and team members, to past clients, to peers, to family, to friends, everybody else that brings you leads, talks about you, shares about you, the opinion leaders out there that say, hey, this shop's the best because of this. That is more important than even just a direct advertisement out to the consumers. And the reason why is that's more long lasting. Once people believe in you, once they know that they've talked about you and that you appreciate it, then they want to do it more. And most of us do not believe advertisements or commercials. We believe when our friend or neighbor or family member or somebody who we think's in our same boat in life tells us that, hey, I like this, or these guys do a good job. That's what we believe. So how do you communicate to those referral partners? Do you send them a memo? If you look at this memo, bullet 3, we're excited about the event planned for next Saturday. Please come and be ready to help. Yeah, that's boring. That doesn't tell the team members, doesn't excite them, doesn't say, hey, here's what we need in passion. We need to figure out ways to get that across. And a lot of times that has to be either in person, it has to be in video or voice, so that they feel your emotion. It could be something on a social media post. It could be something in even a no-ring voicemail or whatever it is that you decide, but they need to feel the passion that you've got for the promotion, for the company, and for the service that you provide. So Machiavelli said, make no small plans, for they have no magic to stir the soul. So that happened in the past. And he told us this clear back from his time. What do today's top business leaders say? Well, they say virtually the same type of thing. As Zig Ziglar says, people don't buy for logical reasons, they buy for emotional reasons. Chip Conley says that most successful business leaders are often experts in emotion. Gary Vee says to get customers, you need to go from the heart to the brain to the wallet. And Tony Robbins, people buy feelings, not things. One of my heroes, Seth Godin, says people do not buy goods and services, they buy relations, stories, and magic. So how are you going to make that emotional connection? How are you going to get that out there so that people feel that about you and your shop and your service you provide? Well, here's what I believe is if at some point you're going to give away a prize, include a drum roll. And what I mean by that is if the results are going to be special to you, make it special to them. How many times have you gone to like a networking group and you're supposed to give a prize at the end and you forget and you pull a 20 out of your back pocket and try to make that good, or you say, hey, I left it at the office, I'll get it and bring it to you next week. None of that works if you want to be remembered and stand out. So think ahead of time, plan ahead of time, and show up with a gift basket or show up with something themed or something that is memorable that stands out. One of my favorite shops to take my car here local to me, they are so awesome. They cook cookies, they bake cookies in the office. So when you walk in to an automotive office to drop off your car or whatever, it smells like cookies. Then when you pick up your car, there's always a bag of fresh cookies in your car waiting for you. That to me stands out. That's memorable. You don't expect that from a car shop. And so that's very powerful. That's the type of thing we're talking about. Now, if you're going to share your passion, if you're going to talk about your service, you're going to talk about why you're in there, again, let people feel your emotion. And sometimes that has to be on video, or sometimes that has to be in person, or a voice. Your voice has to be out there in a phone call or some sort of audio, so that people can feel what you're feeling. They can feel that you love what you do. They can feel that you love serving the public. So if it's epic to you or the results are epic to you, make it epic to them. If you're going to communicate, punctuate it with passion. So if you're going to set up a show or you're going to be at an event, if you're going to do anything like that, I know we're not doing a whole lot right now with the pandemic, but plan ahead of time. Make sure it's themed. Make sure it's something that'll stand out. Make sure it's something that people will remember. If the results are going to be awesome to you, or you want them to be awesome, then you got to make it awesome for people to attend. You got to make it awesome for people to see what you're providing. Okay? What about if you're going to do a charity or stand up for something? If you're going to stand for something, let them see your courage. Let them see that you're really standing for it, that it's not way behind the scenes or it's hidden. If it's a charity that your company's supporting, it is proper, it is great for you to let the world know so that other people join on and support that same charity. I know sometimes we're taught to be humble and keep that to ourselves. If it's coming out of your own back pocket, do that. If it's coming out of your company's pocket, share it so that other people join on that same cause and feel what you're doing. So if the results are important, or you want them to be important, make it important. So I'm going to share with you, we've got our SMART plan that comes out. And some of you know what this is. Some of you use it all the time, but every quarter this plan comes out. And what this plan is shows 3 months. This one that just came out was April, May, and June. And it's 116 pages of fun ideas and strategic planning and themes and promotion type stuff that you can look at. And it comes out in hard copy form so that you can sit down with your team and you can show them, you can have them fill it, read it. It also has places for notes where you can keep track of stuff. You can measure, you can say, hey, this didn't work as good this year because it snowed, or whatever your situation is. This worked great this year because it was teamed up with something else. Anyway, this SMART plan, let me tell you what it accomplishes. First of all, SMART stands for seasonal marketing and retention tactics. So again, it's putting stuff out there that will connect with people, not just new clients, but your past clients, your referral partners, those that even family and friends. It helps you provide things that will remind them to talk about you and your company. Okay, so it has social media content ideas. It has event themes and promotions, promotional ideas if you're going to do charities or if you're going to do a direct mail flyer? Are you going to do something along those lines? It even has, if you're going to give gifts to your clients, it has client gift themes and ideas to go with that. Here's what it kind of looks like inside is you'll have a calendar, planning calendar that will show you all the national days possible. One of the cool things about, I was working with some grocery stores, and they were looking at this type of plan, but I don't know if you guys know, but in the grocery business, Super Bowl is the second biggest food day of the year. It beats out Christmas and Easter. It's second to Thanksgiving. So they want to do, they want to get all the business they can for that. And all the competitors do too, obviously. And so all the marketing, all the advertising, all that looks the same. It's always Super Bowl this, Super Bowl that. And then they just try to undermine each other with price points. Well, when I was working with them, I happened to notice the day before Super Bowl was National Kazoo Day. You don't think that's a big deal, but we did Kazooper Bowl. First 200 kids get a free kazoo. So this is, after all these years, this group of stores show they actually reached a 30% increase in sales. So they took that all from competition, brought it in by just changing and making a silly little name on there. And what you need to know is some of those stores did over $1 million a week. So that 30% is huge in dollars just by doing something different than the competitors. And so that's what this helps you provide. It even helps you, like if you do drop off gifts or have a plan. In my position, I get salespeople to drop off gifts to me all the time. Well, around St. Patty's Day, if I've got a dozen gifts on my desk that all are green and say St. Patty's Day, I appreciate it, but I don't necessarily remember it real well of who gave me what, when, why. One time I got this from this company. It was a little basket, had some suspenders in it and some candy and food items. And it said, Happy National Suspenders Day. Here's how we're going to support you. And it went through and listed those things. Well, do you think I remember that? Well, yes, I did. That was over a decade ago, and I'm still talking about it. And it made my relationship better with those guys. We kidded back and forth about the suspenders and that for years to come. But it made me feel like they supported me, and it was something that was memorable because it was so different than any other gift that was dropped off. So those are the type of things you get. As you can see here, number 2 says each day is represented with a variety of options. So each day is broken down. And the reason why that is because there's lots of national days and there's different themes, and your personality needs to come across. Some of you guys can do something that's just silly. Some of you guys need to do something that's more serious and financially related. Some of you guys need to do something that could be food related or pet related. Whatever type of shop you've got, whatever type of business you have, that's what that's for, is for you to pick those that best work for you and when they work for you. They even have stuff on there like May the 4th. So if you've got a lot of Star Wars fans as clients or customers, that might be something you celebrate. And it's got some details there. So that's what that's about. And again, it's got pages throughout where you can write notes and put your plans and ideas down. Okay, here's the deal is during this pandemic time, we've dropped the price down to $59 for the quarter. You can do that, or a lot of people are coming in and saying, no, give me the year. And then every quarter you'll just receive the new quarter in the mail to you or dropped off to you, however works best. So the price is $59 for the quarter, or you can buy the year for $199. And again, we're probably getting more people buying the year, but I wanted to let you know what those pricing was. Now it's easy to order. You can go to our Smart Plan Facebook page and message us. You can call this phone number, 801-784-7600, and just leave us a message. We'll contact you and get it to you. You can scan the Venmo number. You can, any way you possibly can, get a hold of us. Just let us know you want and we'll get it to you. Now, if you're here local, close to us, my staff and I have been just taking and dropping some off because a lot of people are working from home, and so they'd rather have it dropped off at their home address than their office. Whatever works for you is fine. We'll deliver it there, or if when we talk to you and let us know the address you want it delivered to, and then even if we mail it or FedEx it, we'll know where to get it to you so you can start using it ASAP. Okay. just to reiterate, be smart, share your passion. Make a connection with past clients, with referral partners, with the people that build your business and send you referrals, people that you know. If it's going to be epic results that you're after, make it epic to them. Okay, call and let us know. Appreciate your time. Thanks.